Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are we? How we feeling? How we feeling? How we doing? It is Wheels here again. What's up, everybody? Oh, and we are playing a little bit of Classic WoW. Burning Crusade Classic pre-patches live. Dark Portal's going to be opening again pretty soon, February 5th, I believe. And so we are doing what all sane people are doing. And we're spamming some battlegrounds, mainly AV, pumping up some honor, getting some easy gear. And we're having a really good time doing it. Hope everyone is staying warm out there. I know a pretty significant portion of the, excuse me, pretty significant portion of the southern states, which is where I am located, got hammered pretty good over the weekend by a pretty significant winter storm. It weren't nothing we couldn't handle here, though. We are warm, we are safe, we have power, and we're playing some World of Warcraft. So, welcome in, welcome in. Let's have a good time. Let's chill out. Keep it kosher. Or whatever, you know. Whatever you guys think. Bing, bada, boom. Holy shit. See if I have Wind Fury or not. Man, I probably have Wind Fury. Oh, shit. I hope everyone's doing all right on this lovely Monday evening. Back to work for some of us tomorrow after this winter storm we just had. If I look extra clean and sexy and moist, it's because I just got out of a shower. So that's for you all. That's for y'all. Clean myself up for you. Can't be getting on stream being all stinky and whatnot. Gotta be looking fresh. I smell fucking great too. I use Irish Spring body wash. That's the best smelling body wash in the world. We are heading to Stone Hearth Bunker. That's the one. That's the one. No back caps here. Ain't gonna let them back cap shit. We only need, let's see here. We only need about 4,500 more honor and we can get our axes. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Oh shit, they've already... Okay, we've already assaulted Stone Hearth Bunker. SHB. Go in here and show them how it's done. Well, fuck, they done killed everybody. Fine. It's fine, we'll stay here and we'll guard it, make sure it doesn't get back capped. And Mana Spring, Healing Tide. There we go. And then we just wait. I will say, AV's not the funnest battleground, but easiest honor, that's for sure. Quickest and easiest honor. God, I am sweating like a fucking whore in church in here. It's hot as shit in my office. Successful. All right, we got some potential back cappers making... Oh, fuck me. Here we go. Here we go. Incoming, boys. Let's do it. Why? Every time. I'm always the one getting frozen. No. Let's give this warrior the fucking what for really fast. Who fucking bubbled him? Oh, the paladin bubbled him. All right, well, that killed the warrior. Okay, ate his ass, but, you know, they were soloing me, so what are you going to do, okay? When you're the biggest threat they've ever seen. Yeah, they're back capping at Stonehearth. Let's see how many people do we have. Okay, we have one person there, so he's probably going to die. Yeah, he died. I'm not even going to bother telling them that they're doing it because these people fucking suck ass. Look at this fucking shit. God damn it. God damn it. It's the same shit. Same shit every fucking time. I'm just here for the honor. Who gives a shit? You know I'm here for the honor. We have to try and pull on 3 or we lose. Not if we take Stonehearth. I mean... We could probably get Stonehearth Bunker. I mean, how many? Are they turtling it? So the idea here is they want to pull on 3 towers down instead of 4. We'll probably be fine. Let me just go solo cap Stonehearth Bunker. Yeah, I got a plan. I got a little plan for them. Shit. A little dude running around here. Let me just recap this. Unless, watch there be a fucking rogue setting up shop right here. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. That's ours. Yeah. Yep. Fuck me. Iceblood Tower was destroyed. We could still try to get Stonehearth Bunker. I mean, I don't know if it would help or not at this point. But if they're already going in to pull Van, then I don't guess it matters too much. I mean, I'm going to roll up in here and see if I can assault it. It looks like nobody's even here. I think maybe... Okay, Art might be doing the same thing. Art said, fuck it. I'm going to go cap this shit and see what happens. Unless there's a rogue setting up shop in here, which there could be. Only one way to find out. Fuck me. Fuck me. We're gonna bubble this shit. Dude, do whatever you want. Still gonna eat that ass. Guess what? Guess who else has got heals? How many different ways has he got the bubble? Bitch. Did y'all see me eat that ass? That's how we do it right there, baby. That's how we do it for the Horde. See that? Horde wins. I didn't have a lot to do with it, but I had something to do with it. Fuck yeah. All right, how much honor did we pull out of that? There we go. We're getting there, boys. 4,000 more. Just need 4,000 more honors. 4,000 more honor. Oh. Bing, bang, boom. Okay.
Go with honor.
We can get our axes tonight. We're going to get those axes tonight. Speed we're moving. I started out playing today. And I only started playing probably 3-4 hours ago. I had 4,000 honor. And now I have 12,000 honor. Through strength and perseverance. And dedication, mostly. My phone in my pocket. See what we got here. Hold on. What the fuck is going on? I mean, I don't know. Got it. Gonna 30 some seconds here. We're still good. Switched off the lurk mode. What's up? What's going on, Twid? How you doing up there in the old Canadian Texas? We got a little bit of snow down here. Not nearly as much as they forecasted. We got a little bit of snow. We got more ice than, well, we didn't get more ice than snow, but we got ice with the snow, and that kind of sucked. But ultimately, we did not get 18 inches of snow like they initially said we could. So, yeah. So we've been kind of snowed / iced in for the weekend, but I'm gonna get out tomorrow. I got out today, actually. Funny thing happened was the wife tried to go into work this morning. Well, she didn't try. I attempted to take her, and we got about not quite halfway there, maybe like 40% the way there, and they told her that they didn't really need her to come in because most of the shift had called out, so they didn't really need human resources there if most of the shift wasn't going to be there. So I just flipped the old Jeep around and we brought her back on home, and it was pretty crappy. Roads were not awesome. They were pretty shit. Nothing the Jeep couldn't handle though. But no, it was something. But I'd say I could tell where they were getting better. Plus, the sun came out today and started melting off some of that shit. I think they'll be in much better shape tomorrow. Much better. But sorry for telling you a bunch of stuff that you didn't ask about. I just felt the need to tell you everything that I did today and everything that's going on. But now you know. Now you know. Plus program. What is that? Well, fuck, let's do that. Hold on, what are we doing? Manage a goal. Fuck, I don't know. Let's leave it at that. Oh, the plus program? Well, fuck, I don't even know how that shit works. Don't be asking me questions about shit I don't know about. A Jeep? Why? Just why? Listen, man. I get it. I get that there's Jeep haters out there. But I don't hate them. Now, what I will say is that my next vehicle is going to be one of the new Broncos. I think those things are fucking sharp as a knife, and I want one. But no, I got me a Jeep, because fucking I like them. Do you work on it yourself? I've had, and I am going to knock on the nearest bit of wood I can find, but I've not really had any issues out of my Jeep since I've had it. And I have had that Jeep since 2023. So, pretty sure. So in 3 years, I've not had any issues out of that Jeep. But I mean, as far as work on it is concerned, yeah, I mean, if I need to, change out the windshield wiper fluid, swap out the windshield wipers, I do that. You heard bad things about the Bronco? That's a fucking shame. I don't know. I haven't really done a huge deep dive into the Broncos. So obviously if there's some like major critical errors or something like that, I won't get them. But I just think, like I said, I just think they look sharp as shit, man. I just think they're sharp as hell. I just think they're super daggone cool, and I like them. And I want one. I've never done much on my Jeep to where I could say that working on it is tough or not. Like I said, I've only ever done minimal stuff to it because I've never had to do much more than that. Come on, let's cap it. Cap it. Oh, they're remaking the Blazer too? No shit. No shit. No chance. That's kind of badass. I did like the old Blazers from the 90s. I always thought the old Blazers from the 90s were pretty sharp. Oh, they only did a mid-size of it, of the K5? No shit. Now, if I could find an old square body Bronco, because see, they came out with the new Broncos, right? But they had like that fancy, like, I don't know, did they call it the Sport or whatever? But it didn't have the square body. But then they also have like the newer square body Bronco. That's the one I want. That's the one that I think looks fucking sharp as a tack. Yeah, 95 Bronco. Hell yeah, dude. The old school Broncos were the shit. The old Broncos were where it's at. Good Lord. Fuck, we did cap quickly. That was some quick capping. Damn. I need to get I gotta pull up Curse Forge and get the fucking add-on for this place. That way I can see when things are gonna cap and shit, because this whole just like waiting. The fuck? Oh, I'm sure he's not worried about it. He doesn't even have... Wait, is his... I think he just got a Chevy. Hold on. Let me fucking... Yeah, dude doesn't even have a Mustang anymore. He's got a Chevy truck. He has a fucking new Chevy Silverado. Or a Chevy Colorado. My mistake. Yeah, he got him a Chevy Colorado. Yeah, he got a truck because the Mustang didn't make sense with all the kiddos, I think. So he went and got him a Colorado. Yeah, it's a sharp little truck. I like the truck he's got. But yeah, he was telling me that when he went and got that, it just didn't make much sense to have the Mustang, and for the kiddos, he needed more space. So he got him a Colorado. Oh, there's Nightbot again. Yeah, well, that's also true. Yeah, and I would say that the insurance on it was unnecessarily expensive. I mean, they usually are. So, yeah. Oh, fuck. There's a little battle going on over here. Now, I want to get in there and get me some van. All right, hold on. I do want to piece this guy's ass. Fuck them. I'm going to die anyway. I don't care. They're about to win over there. They're about to cap up on van. Come on, we got him. And I think I got a kill in there, too. I did. I killed him right before it went down. Look at him. Look at him. He does all the advertisements all at the same time. Advertising the YouTube and the TikTok and everything over there. He's doing his job, okay? He wants to get it out of the way so he's not doing it constantly throughout the stream, which I think we should say thank you, Nightbot. Thank you, Nightbot. Oh, great. Twiddly just banned Nightbot. He's the hardest working one in here now. Can't be banning my boy Nightbot. Can't be doing it. Wouldn't be right. It just wouldn't be right. Oh. Let's do it. We're close. We're getting there. Moving right along. Banned for spam. He does be kind of spamming, though. One of these days, I'll get around to maybe lining him out to where he's not so spammy with this stuff. I just thought it made sense to have it all pop up at once. People could read it, and then he don't do it again for, another hour or whatever. But that could have been the wrong choice. Well, it ain't a big deal. Oh. But now, well, I know I'm jumping around topics here, but you're just going to have to bear with me. We're basically in the middle of a friggin' polar vortex now here where we're at, Twid. Now, I know it probably gets cold up there in Montana, like really, really cold. But we ain't used to the type of cold we're about to get here. Okay, I got to drip my faucets. We got to drip the faucets around here to keep the pipes from freezing. Because it's cold, all right? It's Cold Stone Creamery out there. So y'all didn't get your normal crazy cool coldness out there? Well, it's supposed to be like fucking -8 or whatever here, which that's a problem for us because I know in our more northern sister states, y'all have probably plumbing regulations where plumbers can't put fucking water supply lines on exterior walls. Well, we don't have that shit here. So we have water supply lines in exterior walls, and that's why shit can fucking freeze and bust, and it sucks butt. So, yeah, we drip in the faucets. Gonna drip the faucets. Probably pump up the heat a little bit extra tonight, which, don't get me wrong, the heat pump is kicking ass, okay? He's been doing a great job. But yeah, and I got a couple little space heaters I'll flip on. The risk of losing power for this storm is past, so I'm not worried about any of that. So we're just gonna keep on keeping on. We got some space heaters going in areas of the house that don't quite heat as well. So we're rocking. We're kicking it. We're surviving. Keeping it real and warm. Oh, ham, yeah. -40 is your target low every year. That is horseshit, and I would hate that. I wouldn't. Yeah, that ain't for us. Okay, we're looking at -8 in the morning. I ain't looking forward to it. You should have, honestly though, Twid, you should have seen me this morning trying to get in the Jeep because it was frozen. It was like iced. It was frozen. It was an ordeal, but we got it started and we just let it heat for a while, warm up the inside so much that it started to sort of permeate to the outward area, to the exterior layer, and thawed it out a little bit, enough to open the doors. And then the sun came out, and then it started to melt some stuff pretty good. But I don't think we got above like 16 degrees today. It was still cold. It may not be Montana cold, but for us, it's pretty cold. But, you know, you Canadian Texans up there, y'all know what's up. Y'all know how to deal with the cold. I put some pictures in the guild chat, by the way. A picture of me, obviously, and a couple picture of my dogs. You can see the snow there. It wasn't like a super significant amount. It was just like it was snow, a layer of ice, and then more snow. It was a fucked up winter sandwich. Wind Fury, Wind Fury. Show me how to eat butt. Fuck it. That's your ass, Mama Jamma. Oh. Armor scraps. Armor scraps. We got some armor scraps. We got some armor scraps. Scraps. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Sorry. I can imagine that was probably a little annoying. We haven't capped yet. But we're about to. I swear we're gonna get the we're gonna get the add-on after this one's over, I promise. Just so I can stop having to guess when we're gonna cap. When it's time to party, we will party hard. All right. So we did not push cap quick enough. Not nearly as quick as the last one, which is fine. Looks like there must be some sort of a significant dispute over here. They're not going to try to back cap this. Too late, I think. Wait. Nope. I lied. Just one? Just one? Just one? Just one? Are you going to try to cast on me, big dog? Dude, don't worry about it. Come on now. He tried, though. Look at him. You're not going to be able to do it, big homie. You're not going to be able to hit me. Oh, it's so funny. Me and this dude both are fucking playing with him. Guys, he might be baiting you. There could be a rogue sneaking in here to backcap. By God, he's right there. He didn't sneak in here at all. He did none of the sneak. Get him. Get his ass. Just stand by. You got to stand by. Just make sure you stand by the fucking flag. Stand by your man. Come on. Ooh, that's rough. We still haven't got both of those towers even started. Mm-hmm. Come on now. Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. All right, let's move it. Yeah, let's bounce that out of here. I'm gonna bounce that shit out of here, bitch. Something that I've learned in my streaming career, which is only not even a year yet. I'm only coming up on my first year. Well, it's not even. It'll be a year in May since I first started streaming. So we're still like 5 months out. So really, we're only, fucking math. We're only like 7 months into this streaming bit, right? And the thing that I've learned in my very short streaming career, never have a viewer count on. And I don't have my viewer count on because I don't want to be looking at a number hoping that it changes and hoping that'll make me better, more entertaining or whatever. I think the key is to stream and have fun and put on a show, whether it's 10 people, 10,000, or a big fat zero. And that's my TED Talk for the day. That's my advice. That's all I got. We lost that one. But it doesn't matter because we're only 3,000 honor away from our honor goal. And then we're going to go buy 2 axes. And next weekend is AV weekend. You know what might improve interest in the stream? What's that? What's that, Twid?
Go forth, victory.
Topless streams? Competitive, engaging games such as Rocket League? You might be onto something. You might be onto something. I have noticed, this is something that I will say, and I think it's a transition that I probably am going to make this year. I'm probably going to stream more things like Elden Ring and Dark Souls and stuff like that than I am WoW. Like, I'm not going to stop playing WoW. I love playing WoW, and I'm still going to stream WoW, like when we do Mythic Plus and raids and stuff like that. But WoW's pretty niche for the streaming community, and you've already got pretty established WoW streamers that people are going to want to watch, and I get that. But I've had more engagement and more luck with the content that I've created with like Elden Ring and some other games than I have with WoW. I mean, I've gotten decent, with some decent engagement with World of Warcraft, but I've had more luck, I would say, or maybe I'm more entertaining as, say, an Elden Ring streamer or something like that. Maybe I'm just better at running the stream when I'm playing a game like that. But we could try out something like Rocket League. I'm not opposed to that. I've never played it, so I'll probably be fucking terrible at it. That's okay. Can't be good at everything, you know? You're just trying to get me to make questionable life decisions. I tell you what, Twid. I am decently influenceable, so it might be working. Negative or positive, it'll affect mental health, negative or positive, up to you. I don't think there's anything that I do that doesn't affect my mental health anymore. WoW affects my mental health sometimes. It's usually in a positive manner, you know. I don't find myself getting too angry with this game. I mean, there are times that it happens, but more often than not, this is a positive effect on the mental health. Elden Ring and any of the Soulsborne games that I play, it's positive in the sense that those are some of the best games ever made. It's just one man's opinion. It's negative in the sense that you want to fucking like slam your face on the table, because you have a hard time with a specific boss, or you lose 200,000 runes or souls to falling off or getting pushed off of a cliff or something like that. That happens, and that can be a serious detriment to your mental health for sure. So I'm already in that boat. Okay, I'm already playing games that honestly keep the pendulum of my mental health swinging back and forth. There was a minor lisp in there, and I don't know what happened. I don't know why that happened. Still face slammable, Rocket League. Well, listen, I can handle that. I know how to handle games that put the pressure on me. I think I can handle them. I haven't. I'll put it to you this way: I've never actually slammed my face on the table. I want to. I've broken a few controllers, not recently, because I've gotten really a lot better at managing my frustration when it comes to video games. But when I was younger, it was actually an issue with me and my parents. Not a huge issue, but there was a time when, after about the second controller came up damaged, they were kind of questioning why I was needing to purchase new controllers so often. And that was the reason. I was just like, well, the first time I lied, because nobody tells the truth the first time. I was just like, oh, I dropped it or something. Now, granted, you'd have had to have dropped this off of the Empire fucking State Building for it to have wound up in the condition that it was in. I don't think they bought it, but they let it go. But the second time I broke a controller, they were like, all right, fucking no. You're not playing. You can buy your own, but this shit's not going to keep happening. And then I found out really quickly when I had to start buying my own replacements. I was just like, I got to quit doing this. I need to like I need to grow up a little bit and manage my emotions. And I'm much better about that now. I don't break things anymore. I usually just get quiet and I walk away and I take myself out of the environment, and that seems to work pretty good. Your keyboard got lift when learning Maraudon. Never thrown a controller over Rocket League though. Yeah, see, some games will do it to you for sure. What was I playing when I was a kid? Let me think. Let me dig deep here. I'm trying to think what the game was that I was playing. You know what it was? This might be a really deep cut, but it wasn't. It was a game called Just Cause. And it was like, I don't know, it was a game that was like trying to be maybe like Grand Theft Auto or something like that. I don't even remember the game that well, but I remember I was doing this mission. Okay, good. So I don't have to explain it to you. You know it, you remember. Yes, it was a great game. Yes. I was trying to do some mission in it and I kept dying. I couldn't get it done. And then I finally get to the point where I'm like almost about to beat this mission. I'm about to complete it. And I screwed it up somehow. And I had been working on this. Like, I don't know. I was also like I said, much younger, did not have control over my emotions. And that game, I even broke the game. And that's not okay at all. Cause I mean, games were still like fucking $40 or whatever back then. So, but yeah, I like did the whole, pulled the fucking game out of the console, snapped the disc. Yeah, and I was like a fucking pissy little child at one point in time, and I'm glad that I grew out of that shit, to be honest with you. Because yeah, it's not how you need to handle things in the world. So I'm glad that I unlearned that and I don't do that anymore. But yes, Just Cause was a good game. And I might play it again one of these days. I might, go back with my adult brain and check it out. Oh, you want to know another fucking game that I broke a controller over? Do you remember Driver? Do you remember Driver, Twid? Just Cause 2? Yeah, isn't there like 3 or 4 of them out now? But let me go back. Hold on. Let me finish my thought here. The original Driver from back in the day, the one that had the really difficult. So anyway, Driver was like this. Well, it was just a car driving game, right? And the intro was you had to do all these special moves or whatever in this parking garage in order to get past the first. It was like the first mission or the first thing you had to do in order to progress the game. That took forever to get that figured out. But I finally got the game down to where I never beat this game, by the way. Got to the last mission, which is like an incredibly difficult mission. You're like fucking running from all these gangs or something like that, driving through either San Francisco or New York. I don't remember which city it takes place in. But like everything does damage to your car. And if the car gets, loses all of its health, you lose the mission or whatever. But like the shit you had to dodge and drive around, and like I said, you couldn't hit any other vehicles, you couldn't hit buildings, you couldn't hit the spike strips. People were trying to ram into you with their cars. I fucking never beat that shit. I never beat it. I tried that mission like 40 times, broke a controller, decided I was never going to play it again. And yeah, I still to this day have never beat that mission. And it's not like I'm going to go back and try it, but listen, for a fucking sub or two, I might pick Driver back up and beat that mission on stream. I'm just kidding, but I might. Oh my God. GoldenEye on the 64. What a fucking great game. Oh shit. I'm trying to think of the there was another 007 though, dude, that I put time into. Oh my God. It wasn't GoldenEye. Oh yeah, the snow level was fucking ass. It was totally buns. I'm 100% on board with you on that one. Oh my God. I'm going to have to look it up because it's going to bother me. But there was a mission in this Resident Evil. I don't know why I got Resident Evil on the brain. In this 007 game where you had to get in a plane, I think. I think you had to get through this compound and get in the plane. Was it, oh my fucking God. Something about die. Tomorrow Never Dies or Die Tomorrow or something like that. 007 Tomorrow Never Dies. Is that what it's called? Something about dying tomorrow. Like it had a really awful name. Y'all don't want this. Y'all don't want this fucking muncho. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to handle me, bud. Oh shit. Look at that. Oh, he ran. He ran. He's a pookie. But I'm pretty sure it's Tomorrow Never Dies. And Tomorrow Never Dies. Okay, that's the one. And there was this plane mission. Fuck, I died. Tomorrow Never Dies, but Wheels certainly does. God, it's like right there in my brain too. I can like see the mission. I remember everything you have to do, but I cannot. I'm. What was the mission called? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm babbling at this point. That was I put so many hours into that game. It was actually me and my cousin's game that we really enjoyed playing together because we both, for whatever reason, I guess we went through a 007 phase and we wanted to be fucking secret agents or something. I don't remember. But there was a phase. There was definitely a 007 phase in my youth. There was also a Twisted Metal phase where I played Twisted Metal like it was going out of style. Like I probably played Twisted Metal for like, if you just took played time and condensed it down, I probably played Twisted Metal for 2 years of my life. There was something about older games, man. It's like every time a game came out, I can't remember which, and I know that I've matured in my gaming and stuff like that, but I just remember as a kid anyway, there was never a game that I really didn't like. Like almost every game that I either went to the fucking movie rental place and rented a game or bought a new game or something like that, I damn near liked every game I ever played because I just loved video games. And I know I'm much more jaded or critical of games now, and there are games that do suck now, but I don't know if it was just a ignorance thing as a child that no matter what I played, I fucking thought it was awesome. But dude, I played some games and I fucking loved every one of them. There was a game, oh my god, what was it called? It was like you were a gladiator. You had to play this, his name was Agrippa. You had to play a Roman gladiator, and like you fought in the Colosseum and stuff like that, and it was brutal. It was a brutal ass game. And there was these like sneak missions where you had to play as this like little dude, Octavius or something like that. God, what is the name of that damn it? Oh my god, I gotta look that one up too. I gotta look that game name up too. You played as a fucking gladiator named Agrippa. I swear to God, I think that was his name, because I always thought it was a ridiculous name. You have Sweet Tooth on your old Rocket League account? Oh, so you can get Twisted Metal drivers in Rocket League. That's badass. Remember when you couldn't play multiplayer with friends? Now we can, and all we do is shit talk each other. Yeah, I mean, the internet obviously has had an effect on that. Yeah, I remember when multiplayer first started to become a thing. I think for the PlayStation 2, wasn't there like a box you had to have that you like put on your PlayStation to make it like where you could play online with it, or was it not till the PlayStation 3 that you could actually start to play online? When multiplayer first came out, the Xbox 360 was the first console I remember doing multiplayer right. They were the first ones to get it right, and that was when it became like crazy, right? Now, of course, PC online gaming had been going on for years before that, but like the first console I remember doing it right was the Xbox 360, and I remember I put a lot of time into Gears of War. When I first started playing multiplayer and stuff like that, Gears of War was my jam. Rob ran an Xbox 360 through his PC to get free online. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I probably didn't play Halo as much as I should have. I certainly played it. But I remember putting a lot more time into like the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I put a lot of hours into that. And Gears of War. Those were like my two go-tos. There was this other game. This is a deep cut, by the way. There was a game called Kingdom Under Fire, Circle of Doom. And I don't like, I want to say it was almost like a dungeon crawler type game. And you went through these like levels or whatever, and you played these different classes, and I guess you just kind of just fought mobs and, cleared the level, and it was all about how quickly you could clear it and stuff like that. But I remember like the game was kind of broken because you could get like someone who was really powerful to like, you could make a new character and they could run you through some of the higher level stuff, and it would pretty much, you would just you'd get like a billion experience or whatever, and like immediately level your character all the way up. Yeah, that one was good. I remember that. Kingdom Under Fire, Circle of Doom. That game was pretty cool back in the day. You never really got into Gears. You didn't like the camera. Yeah, I know that it's third person camera wasn't everybody's favorite and stuff like that, but I was a pretty big fan of it. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed the multiplayer aspect, like the online PvP, of it was a lot of fun, and I actually got pretty decent at it. I was pretty okay. I wasn't like best in the world or nothing, but me and a couple of my friends, we used to throw it down. The first video game that I remember playing, that's really, really easy. It's Mario. It's 100% Mario. And the reason that I remember that is because my brother, see, my brother never played video games past like the original Nintendo, because he just grew out of it and it wasn't his thing. But the Nintendo came out when he was a kid. 'Cause my brother's in his like mid to late 40s. So when they got a Nintendo, like the original NES system, and we had that thing for years and years and years. And before I ever got any kind of a video game system, we played that NES like crazy. You know, so we had Duck Hunter, we had Contra, we had all those old school games on there. Now, the first game I remember falling in love with and playing like crazy was Duke Nukem. I played the shit out of Duke Nukem back in the day. So yeah, first game I remember playing is pretty basic. It's very vanilla. It was literally Mario. It's the first one I can remember. And then there was like Contra was on there. And then there was this game, which is that Contra? I don't remember. There was this game where you played as like these two like commandos or whatever. Let me just see here. No, that was Contra. That's right. Yeah, Contra. That's the game I'm thinking of right now, was Contra. It was a run and gun game. I remember me and my brother played that. I watched him play that like all the time. He loved that damn game. Yeah. That was pretty badass. Those were good days. Then there was I had a Sega Genesis for like a little bit, and there was a Power Rangers game on the Sega Genesis that was pretty dope. It was pretty badass. But I remember when I got my PlayStation, the first original PlayStation, fucking, oh my God, what was it called? There was a game called Siphon Filter, I think, that was pretty heat. I played the shit out of that. Metal Gear. I played all the Metal Gear games like they were going out of style. Medieval. Loved Medieval. Fortescue. What was yours? I just realized you never told me yours, Twid. What was yours? First game you remember playing? What is going on? Whiplash Fatal Racing. Had to restart the PC and MS-DOS mode to play it. Oh my God, Twid, I think I might have lied to you. Yeah. There was a game that I may have actually played before I played Mario, but it's pretty goddamn obscure, and it was a Mario knockoff called Dangerous Dave. Now that I'm thinking about it, I did play Mario at a very young age, but I do remember on an old computer we used to have. I don't even remember what brand computer this damn thing was. But okay, you remember Dangerous Dave. It was like a Mario knockoff. That might have been the first game I ever played, because I think I remember playing that before Mario and showing it to my brother, and he was like, no, that's a Mario knockoff, and then he showed me Mario. Yeah. Yeah, Dangerous Dave that's probably it, actually. Dangerous Dave was probably the first video game I ever played. Damn, that's a deep cut. Yeah, man. And that goes back to what I was saying a minute ago. I remember I never disliked anything that I played. Like, I just always felt grateful I got to play it. I was like, video games are so badass. Everything they make is badass. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, I played the Sly Cooper games. I played Jack and Dexter, Ratchet and Clank. I mean, like I said, the Siphon Filter games, the Metal Gear games. I mean, most of those were actually bangers, but I'm just saying, I'm a lot more critical about games today, and I swear to God, this is my actual thought. and I could be wrong, but I actually think that the internet has sort of molded people's brains into going out and getting the opinions of others and allowing what's called social proof to make their decision for them on whether or not they like a game, because they want to know how popular, the gaming community, how popular the game is within the gaming community. That's what I really think happens. I think people allow the opinions of the masses, or at least the opinions of others, to influence their opinion on a game before they even play it. And I get it, people don't want to risk spending the money on something that's ass, but we didn't used to have that. It used to be like you bought it or you rented it and you played it and it was either good or it wasn't. But most of us, we didn't have everybody else's opinions weighing our opinion down, and we were just like, this is so much fucking fun. That's just what I think. I think that people rely too much on the social proof of things to tell them whether or not they should like something. And that's my opinion. That's all we had. Exactly, Twid. All we had was the risk. And nothing else. We didn't have anybody in our ear telling us that we should or shouldn't like it because of this or that. 100% agree. All we had was the risk. We took the risk. And I can't say that there wasn't some games out there that I was like, I've played better. But I remember, dude, if I could find out how much money I put into this place, there was two, okay. We had our fair share of movie rental, video game rental stores in my hometown. We never had a Blockbuster. We never had a Blockbuster in this town that I recall. We had a video vault. We had a movie gallery. We had a family video. We had a Showtime video. We had several, but I don't remember us ever having a Blockbuster. But all of them had a game section. And that was always my thing, right? If it was Friday night and the family was going to get movies for movie night or whatever, if I had been good that week or whatever, Dad would take me into town with him, or Mom, or whoever was going into town, pick up the pizzas or whatever we were doing, go to the movie rental place. This, by the way, is why the world was better, just better 20, 30 years ago. There's no debating that. Go into town, get the pizzas, go pick out the movies you were going to rent. And then I'd get to go in the game section, and I get to pick out one game, sometimes two. And I'd go in there, and I was like a kid in a candy store, man. You go in there, and it's just like, oh, my God, all these games, and I can just rent them and play them, and I don't have to pay full boat for them. I mean, fuck, you could rent a game for like $4, And that was the shit, dude. That was like some of the best memories I have is like riding into town with my mom or my dad or whoever, and picking up pizzas, going to pick out a movie, which of course they'd pick out, whatever they'd pick out. I never really ever picked out movies because I was always straight to the game section. And that's where probably a lot of us did, but that's where I got all of my catalog of games that I've played over the years. I never had to buy hardly any. I only ever bought the games that I couldn't beat because they were too big or because I wanted to play them again. So I only ever asked for those games. Like I used to trial run my Christmas presents. Okay, leading up to Christmas, I'd be like, you know what? I would market I would sell this to my parents. I'd be like, listen, y'all need to rent me more games in the months leading up to Christmas so that I can decide what I want for Christmas, and I know. And that shit kind of worked. That kind of worked. I got to rent more fucking stuff in the fall and stuff like that, testing out what games I wanted, so I could be like, hey, that's what I want from Santa. Okay, yeah, you remember renting Ninja Gaiden like 8 times to beat it? I had to rent God of War. This is a funny story. I had to rent God of War like 2 or 3 times because I could only play it at night when my parents went to sleep because it had tits in it. When that game first came out, dude, I was only like 10 or 11. Right? Or might have been 12. So when that game first came out and it had, titties in it and stuff like that, I was like, dude, if Mom comes in and sees me playing a game with tits in it, she's going to be pissed. So I could only play it at night when they would go to sleep. So I'd be in there playing and stuff like that, and I'd always be afraid, they were going to come in there and tell me to go to bed, and there'd be a fucking huge set of tits on the screen. Yeah, the opening scene was great, wasn't it? Right. But I tell you, another set of games that I rented and I played religiously, but they also had tits in them, was the Prince of Persia series. Now you're talking about a series of games that did not miss. Did not fucking miss. The first Prince of Persia, beautiful. The Prince of Persia Warrior Within, fucking chef's kiss. Prince of Persia, what was it, the Two Princes or whatever? Mwah. Whatever that other crap they made like semi-recently, I don't know the newer versions of the Prince of Persia. I didn't play them. They look like ass to me. Don't care about them. But those original three, it was Prince of Persia, the Sands of Time, the Warrior Within, and I think the third one was called like the Two Princes or something like that. Dude, the Warrior Within was my favorite. Okay, the aesthetic of that one was badass. It had God of War. God damn it! It had Godsmack as like the fucking on the soundtrack. Dude, I want to play that again. I'm gonna find it on an emulator, and I'm gonna play it on stream. That's what we're gonna do, Twid. I might need your help because I don't really deal with emulation much. I don't know how to do it, but I got to figure out a way to emulate the original Prince of Persia games on my computer so that I can play them on stream, because that's what I want to do. That's my goal now. I just created a goal for myself because holy shit, that would be amazing. I would love to play those games on stream. Just thinking about it, I'm over here like, God damn, those games were badass. Did you ever play them? Did you ever play those? Like, I'm over here like running off at the mouth, but did you ever play the Prince of Persia games? God, they were so good. So fucking good. Dude, oh my gosh. These games the story was so fucking good. It was such a good story. The gameplay, like, I saw either earlier today or a couple days ago, Ubisoft was going to remaster the first Prince of Persia Sands of Time, but Ubisoft is like fucking in trouble. They are like fucking choking on their own blood right now. I don't know what's going on with that company, but they have shut down like the majority of their fucking stuff. They've canceled all kinds of stuff that they had planned. And I got really bummed out because I was looking forward to that, because that's been like on the way now for quite some time. And I hate the fact that it's like just gone. It's just not happening. Because, dude, I would have paid fucking $80 for a Prince of Persia remaster in a fucking heartbeat. You still have the old school excitement to play it, so do I play it and let that inner child go? Fuck yeah, dude. Play it and of course you let the inner child go. Of course you do that. That's more important than a lot of things. Like, that's what we need to get back to, is remembering before our souls were fucking molded and melded and fucking shat on by the world. You know, like, yeah, we learned shit, you know, we became more intelligent and things like that. But at the same time, we became so damn critical of shit that, like, we don't even allow ourselves to enjoy stuff because we're so critical of everything. And, like, it's almost like we talk ourselves out of our own happiness sometimes. And it's really annoying. And I mean, I'm just as guilty of it as anybody else, but we got to quit doing that shit. We got to let that inner child go and play those games and do those things, and don't let anybody else outside tell us that we can or can't like shit, because I fucking said so. Clip that shit. Fuck me, I'm getting fucking... Oh my god, 2 druids. Wow. Wow, way to wait until I fucking die. Did you see that shit? Dude, if Rocket League is what does it for you, fuck yeah, dude. Don't let anybody ever tell you not to play fucking Rocket League. Not that you would, but play that shit. I've honestly got myself way too excited about this fucking Prince of Persia thing. Like, I've got to figure out a way to get that emulation going and get those games playing, because I'm still like, those games were the shit. I can honestly I can honestly say that I have never played a single second of Fortnite. The only type battle royale games that I've ever played was I played the original, or at least I believe that PUBG was the original. I remember when that game first came out, and I played it, and I understood what the hype was about with PUBG. I really did. I only quit playing it because I was not good at it. The skill level on that game was far above where I was at because people were good at it. I was not good at it. And if I'm not good at a game and I'm not getting better at it, I'm going to cut my losses and not play it anymore because I'm like, I'm not having fun because I have a skill issue here. I can't beat these people. I stopped playing that. And then fucking, you bet Nightbot plays Fortnite? He probably does. Fucking Nightbot. And then I played Call of Duty Warzone because I did used to really like Call of Duty, but I haven't liked Call of Duty for like fucking 10 years probably. Every Call of Duty that the ones they've been shitting out the past few years, I can't be fucking bothered. I think the last one that I really enjoyed was Modern Warfare 2 and World at War. I think the original Zombies mode in World at War was fucking incredible. I think it was a fucking amazing achievement. Why am I always frozen? Why is this my life? You're just gonna keep me frozen all day, you piece of shit? Yeah, I mean, what do you want me to do about it? Fucking, let me put down the totem, fucking burn your ass up. He's really geared, too, I can tell. Nothing I'm doing is making any sense here. Yeah. Yeah, I got to see the zombie scene and everything like that. Yeah, the World at War Zombies was the original Zombies, I'm pretty sure, and that was the best version of Zombies. Nach under Toten, or however the fuck you say it, I don't know. Dude, that was so fucking sick. Dude, I have seared into my fucking brain the latest of nights, staying up, going as many rounds as I could with the boys. Blee was there. Blee was one of the boys that was doing that. We were playing World at War. I think it was Blee, and then there's another guy you guys don't know that we used to play with and we went to school with, stuff like that, but he's never really played with our WoW group or anything like that. But dude, oh my God, we stayed up all fucking night and just going round after round. I don't remember how we got fucking high. We got into the hundreds one time of rounds on Zombies, man. It was fucking the best of nights, dude. Good times. The nostalgia is literally eating a fucking hole in my chest right now. Yeah, you beat the game and then they all stand back up. Yeah. See, that's another game I need to probably get on emulation, Twid, and we could fucking play that together one night and do the original, play World at War on stream. That would be fun. Do the original Zombies mode. I don't even know if you can do that anymore. I bet those servers aren't even up, but it'd be cool if you could. Good times, man. The goodest of times. The goodest of times. Probably improper English, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm keeping it. I'm gonna keep rolling with it. I like it. The fucking goodest of times. We're just spamming AV, by the way. We're just gonna keep doing it. We've almost got our honor. We've almost got all the honor that we need. Here we go. See, the only thing, Steam's going to try to get you to play fucking whatever that weird-ass version is that it has of Prince of Persia. I'm talking about the Sands of Time. You know which ones I'm talking about. Okay, it's the only ones anybody would ever want to play. Sands of Time, and can't even type on a fucking phone. Come on. Hit me with it. Where we got it? 2003, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time is a 2003 action-adventure puzzle platformer by Ubisoft. Back when Ubisoft was a gaming company to be reckoned with, right? They were putting out some fucking premium shit back then. I don't know what the fuck happened. But clearly, they are shitting the fucking bed right now because all this shit they've just canceled. They're not making the new Prince of Persia remaster. There's a laundry list of shit. I could pull it up right now. I'm going to do it. Because if I'm going to talk shit, I want to have my facts straight. Let's pull this off over here. Okay. Let's see. Well, it's just like, yeah, okay. Here we go. Ubisoft cancels 6 games, including the Prince of Persia, and closes multiple studios. They canceled 6 games, including its long-awaited Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake, what the fuck, as part of a major reset of its operations. French developer and publisher known for popular games such as Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Just Dance and all that. Said the move would create the conditions for a return to sustainable growth. I don't know why they think that not making the Prince of Persia remaster wouldn't lead to sustainable growth. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, the move comes at the time when studios are increasingly turning to video game remakes and remasters with new versions of Super Mario Galaxy, Oblivion, Metal Gear Solid 3. Do you want to know why that's so successful? Do you want to know why people are fucking forking out their money for remakes and remasters? It's because you motherfuckers used to know how to make games. You used to know how to make games for your players. And now you don't. Now you don't. Now you try to make games for your fucking shareholders. That's what you try to do. I gotta quit or I'm gonna get mad. I gotta quit talking about this shit or I'm gonna get mad. I'm over here like yelling at game companies that will probably never see this, but fucking it's out there on the internet. I know that I'm not wrong, and I appreciate your support, Twit. I appreciate you supporting me. But that's what it is. They make games for their fucking shareholders and not for their players anymore, and that is why remasters and remakes and redos and all that shit is successful, because people loved those games. People are like, listen, there is a degree to which nostalgia probably puts on some rose-colored glasses for you, and maybe things weren't nearly as good as they thought they were. I did see some report where people were like, a certain percentage of people, a large percentage of people that got the Oblivion remaster didn't play the whole game or didn't, whatever. The people that got that game and played it fucking loved it, okay? Just, it may not have been everybody's cup of tea because they probably got it and they were like, hey, this isn't like Skyrim. I personally think that Oblivion was a better game than Skyrim, but that's just me because I fell in love with the Elder Scrolls. I actually fell in love with the Elder Scrolls from Morrowind. Morrowind was the first one that I played, and then Oblivion came out, and I was like, this is the best fucking game ever made. I got it for the Xbox 360. And then Skyrim came out, which, by the way, Skyrim is a fucking top-tier game. I'm not talking shit about Skyrim. I'm just saying I preferred Oblivion over Skyrim. Wah! Appreciate the follow, Wah. Thank you so much, brother. How are you? Ever wonder why the shareholders got interested in the first place? Because it was successful. Of course it was. It was successful because it focused on players. Yeah, it focused on players, and people spent their hard-earned money on these games. These games that were coming out were selling good because they were good games. Why do you think the original, the initial Assassin's Creed games were so popular? Ubisoft used to know what they were doing. Okay, you got the original Assassin's Creed game, and then you got the Ezio trilogy of games, you know, with 2, Brotherhood, and then, oh, fuck, what was the last one of that? Revelations, maybe? Was it Revelations or something like that? I don't remember. It's when Ezio was old as shit. Yeah, they tried to fix shit that wasn't broke, all over greed. Well, and we all know, let's talk about the fucking elephant in the room. A whole lot of these motherfuckers got hyper political with the shit they were doing with video games, okay? They got, like, I understand that there's an element of politics in just about everything, but they got hyper fucking political with some of this shit. And that created a shift in the industry, and that wasn't necessarily a positive one because some of these studios are not in a fucking good place right now because they put entirely too much, I don't know, too much thought or too much effort into appeasing certain groups of individuals that the majority of people that play their games and buy their games are like, well, this clearly isn't for me, so I'm not interested in it. It's not good. And that's what I think that's happening, mixed in with the fact that the shareholders they just want to, honestly, they don't want to put out quality games because it's probably cheaper to be like, hey, let's just keep shitting out some turds for them. They'll buy it because we do. It's our fault too. We keep buying shit, okay? No one ever actually stands up for anything, okay? Call of Duty's been fucking blowing out the same fucking fat sack of diarrhea for like the last 12 fucking games it's put out. And guess what? All the COD boys still pick it up so they can go play the same fucking shit over and over and over. So yeah, why would they ever get better or change their formula? Because it still works. They can just be like, nah, we're not going to put any effort into making this shit better. We're going to keep giving you guys the same fucking trash, and because you'll keep buying it. So why would we try any harder? They just don't give a shit. I died. Put the pictures back on the wall, Blizzard. 100%. 100%. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto, and dude, I've got this feeling, and I don't know. I don't actually have any evidence to support this or back it up, but I don't think that there is anything GTA 6 could be that's going to live up to the expectation and the hype, and it's going to drown itself. Because A, it's probably going to be the most expensive video game of all time. I don't doubt for a second. No, it is the most expensive to produce, but I would not doubt for a second if that game doesn't release one of two ways. It's either $100 fucking at launch, or it's like a $60 or $70 game, and there is like a subscription to play the fucking thing. Like that, because everything is going to a subscription-based platform in a lot of different ways, right? You know, a lot of games are doing that. It's like they don't, it's like, hey, don't buy our games. Just, we'll give you access to all the games that you want. We'll license them to you for a subscription, you know, that you pay every month with, you know, Xbox Game Pass, Sony PlayStation Plus. You know, you're looking at closer to $200 for the game. I would never pay that. I don't give a fuck if you can download your consciousness into that game and do all the shit in real time like it's the Matrix. Fuck that. They can fuck all the way off with that. 100% would not fucking do that ever in a million years. There's no game I would pay $200 for, okay? Like, initially. Like, I realize that I'm paying a subscription to play WoW, but WoW, as a subscription-based game, makes sense. But I've never had to pay $200 just to get in the fucking door to play it. And I honestly don't care about Grand Theft Auto enough to even want to do that. Okay, yeah, I played Grand Theft Auto 5. It's fine, you know, that's cool and everything like that, but it's never been a game that I just can't wait to fucking play. There are other things that I am more interested in and more excited for than Grand Theft Auto 6. I could care less when that game comes out, or if it ever comes out for that matter. Everything is right now that they may even require proof of identity to play Grand Theft Auto. What would be the reasoning behind that? What would be the reasoning behind proof of identity to play Grand Theft Auto? Is that like to keep bots from buying it or playing it? Because, I mean, naturally, 50, 60% of the internet now is not even fucking people anymore. It's fucking robots. But, I mean, what would be the purpose? What would be, like, their goal for... Oh, so kids can't play this one? Oh. Well, I mean, whatever. Kids shouldn't be playing that game if we're being completely honest. I mean, if we're all going to fucking, you know, cut the pie in even slices here, kids shouldn't be playing Grand Theft Auto. Now, granted, I played Grand Theft Auto 3 when I was like fucking 12 years old, and I turned out awesome, but like, they probably shouldn't be playing it, especially if there's going to be like jiggle physics on some ass being thrown around in a strip club and all this other stuff. It's probably not the best thing for Cherlin to be playing 100%. Like, goddamn, the whole group died. Everybody fucking, hey. I guess we're going to, we just don't have enough folks in here. I'm losing my, I was losing what I was talking about. Basically, yeah. Children probably should not be playing Grand Theft Auto. They shouldn't. I mean, come on, so I'll be honest here. There used to be ratings on games There still are, right? We didn't follow them either. Honestly, I'm honestly being a hypocrite right now. I literally just got done talking about how I was playing God of War with some titties on it when I was a kid, and I could only play it at night because I didn't want my mom to come in and see me playing a game with titties on it. But I don't know. This might be... Fuck it. I'm going to say it anyway. I just think we were like smarter kids. Like when we weren't as impressionable, maybe my generation and generations before me. So like millennials and Gen X and shit like that. Like we weren't as impressionable, or we just didn't freak out like as much. Like we saw some titties, we were like, fuck yeah, that's pretty badass. Like, I don't know. I feel like now you see that stuff. Like I feel like it's having a much maybe more aggressive effect on the mental health of young people. I don't know. Maybe that's why we're all fucked up, though. Maybe we were impressionable, and it did take a toll. I don't know. All I'm saying is maybe they shouldn't be seeing titties and stuff jiggle around in their face after they get done doing a mission. It's just a thought. I mean, I don't know. You know, it's whatever. You know what? If your parent decides to buy... Because here's the thing. Kids can't play this one. Okay, so... Fucking Johnny's daddy's gonna buy it for him, and he's gonna put his ID in, and Johnny's gonna be playing it. Okay, and Johnny might only be 8 years old, and his dad's not taking him fishing. He's buying him Grand Theft Auto 6. Parents still buy those for kids anyway. You used to not be able to buy those as a child. Like I remember going to GameStop and going to stores and stuff like that, and they would not sell you a mature rated game if you were under the age of 17 or 16, one of the two. I fucking tried to buy mature games as like a 14-year-old boy. And they were like, "Ner." And so then I got my dad or my mom to do it, or my brother to do it. And I never explained to them, like for a while, they didn't really know what was up. Then they found out what was up with it, and they started looking at the back to see why it was rated M for mature. Obviously, they shut that shit down whenever there was nudity in it. So then I'd have to turn to my sister or my brother and be like, "Hey, this game's got titties in it, but I want to play it. Can y'all buy it for me?" And they came in clutch. Because mom and dad wouldn't let me play games that had titties in it. Couldn't resist. Same thing when I tried to rent games. You know, you go up to the local rental shop back in the day, which we don't have those now anyway because everything is digital and the fucking world is slowly burning down. You used to have to go into the store. Same thing there, okay? Nice older lady, but she was a Christian, and this is the 90s, so she was smoking over here, rewinding fucking tapes, and I'd go up there with a game that I wanted to play. Maybe it was maybe it was rated M for mature, like Conker's Bad Fur Day. I don't think it was rated M for mature, but that game was mature. I don't remember if it was rated M for mature, but I tell you what, Conker's Bad Fur Day had a whole lot of like digs in there that I didn't understand at the time. Figured that shit out later. That was also a good game though. Conker's was pretty fun. I enjoyed Conker's quite well. What the fuck? What's this shit? My boy, T-Bus. T-Boo's Blazing Longsword. Whatever. I'm over here trying to think. Because now I'm like on this kick of thinking up of all the best games that I've ever played back in the day. I'll tell you what. There was also a time that I was pretty obsessed with Mortal Kombat. And obviously the originals were all great and stuff like that, but there was a time when I really was kind of following the story line of like I think there was Mortal Kombat, Deadly Alliance, Mortal Kombat Deception, and then Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and those three games I think like kind of went in suit together. They're like a trilogy or something like that. I remember, so Deadly Alliance I played. Deception I spent the most time on. I played Mortal Kombat Deception like I don't know. I put hours into that game. And that was the one that had Shujinko in it, I think. You were playing like this. He starts out. I remember the game started out and you were like a kid or something. You were like, yeah, you were really young. And you spend the majority of the game trying to find the Dragon King, I think, Onaga. And it's like your entire life, because every time you get through a certain chapter or a certain phase of the game, you'd get a little bit older. Until the very end of the game, you're fucking an old-ass man. So your entire life you spent looking for Onaga, the Dragon King of Outworld or whatever. And I just remember I loved that story. I loved the entire story. But they didn't pick that story up really good going into Armageddon, I don't think. I feel like they kind of dropped it, and then you started to do something else, and then like the big bad was Blaze, which was just like this giant fire elemental from Outworld. And in Armageddon, you played as Talon, I think. You played as like this like prince of Outworld that was like trying to ascend to the throne. I don't know. I remember those games though. I remember I was heavily invested in those games too when they came out. I wish I had a catalog of every game I've ever played. You know what I wish? Probably the same thing that any, video game connoisseur. I wish that I'd never gotten rid of any game I ever had or any game console. I didn't think about it then, but I wish that I had every console I've ever had, every game I've ever had in some kind of a badass collection on the wall behind me. I wish that I had been more thoughtful of those things when I was younger. I wish that I had kept all that stuff so that anytime I wanted to, I could just pull those games out, pull those systems out, plug them in, and play those games. Because now, if you were to try to find those games anywhere and play those games anywhere, you'd have to find a console and that game, which is going to be marked up to all fucking get out. And yeah, I mean, I wish that I'd been more, I wish, had been more thoughtful of those things and didn't just get rid of, like, every time I got a new console, I was like, well, I don't care about that one anymore. I got the new one now. Like, I don't know. Hindsight's 2020, but, whatever. One day when I make my fortune doing whatever, maybe that's what I'll do, is I will go on a quest of collecting every good game I can remember ever playing in every console, regardless of the cost, just so that I can have the ultimate video game collection. That's what I'm going to do. That'll be my, if I won the lottery, like I wouldn't tell anybody, but there would be signs. That would be what it is I would go on a collecting spree of collecting every good game I could ever remember playing. Mouth's getting a little dry because I don't know how to shut up. Because I'm in streamer mode and I'm always afraid of dead air and dead silence. I feel like if somebody's going to come in here and listen to me talk or watch me play a game, they don't want to do it in silence. So sometimes I might talk more than I should. Need to get a beverage. What's up, Twid? You're going to have to watch the VOD on this one because I just got done ranting a pretty good rant. I'll say it again. What I wish that I had done was that I wish that I had never gotten rid of any of the old gaming consoles that I had and all the games I used to have. I have no idea where any of them's at. A lot of them got packaged up. They probably got given away or maybe sold or whatever. There was a time when I just didn't think about that stuff. I'd get a new console and I'd be like, I don't want the old one anymore. I don't want nothing to do with it. Now I realize how fucking stupid that is, because there are games out there that I want to play again that I can't because I'd either have to buy an original Xbox, which people mark those fucking things up to like $1,000 because they can. And like maybe I want to play an old game that was only released on the original Xbox. Like you can't play it anywhere else. And I once upon a time I owned the game, but I don't, it's gone now. I wish that I had been more, I guess, insightful and, I had the foresight, I guess, to not get rid of any of my consoles, any of my video games, because I'd have a hell of a collection if that were the case, man. Because I have owned every console that's pretty much ever been released except for the GameCube. I never got a fucking GameCube, but everything else I had owned at one point in time. PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, owned them all. Xbox original, 360, Fucking one. Granted, I do not have the new Xbox Series S or X, but there's literally no point to buying that console. I have a computer; they're backwards compatible now. You know, I had a Sega Dreamcast, I had a Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, the NES. I mean, all of it. I wish that I had kept all of that shit and stored it properly and took care of it and kept all my games so that if I wanted to at any point in time, I could pull up the Prince of Persia game. I could pull up any of these old games and play them. But now I have to use modern technologies and emulations to play these games. Hindsight. I shouldn't have sold my square body Chevy and shouldn't have waited till 36 to lose my virginity, but here we are, fucked by life. Well, listen, Twid. It's one of those things, brother. It's one of those things. I'm going to find a way to play those Prince of Persia games, even if I've got to fucking buy a PlayStation 2 or an Xbox, an old Xbox, and buy those 3 games. I'll look up the price of them right fucking now. I don't even care. I'm not even afraid to do it. I'll look it up right fucking now. But, because I bet you could. There's actually, in a few towns over, the city over here, Lexington here in Kentucky, they've got a store in the mall there. I think it's called like CS Games or something like that. They've got, I can go in there and buy an original Xbox. You know, they've got them there. They're marked up pretty good. But I bet you if I wanted to find those things, you know what? I might be rolling. I might head up to Lexington this weekend or something and peek around in that shop. I want to take a look and see what they got. Because if I could find me an original Xbox and maybe find some of those old Mortal Kombat games and maybe some of those old Prince of Persia games. I'm trying to think right now how... I'm sure there's a... God, we're getting our asses handed to us. It's because I'm not even playing. I'm just running around talking. That's what the fucking problem is. But we're still getting our honor. We just need 16,000. I'm trying to think now if I did get an original Xbox or something like that. I'm sure I could find a way to convert because it was RG. It was RGB out, wasn't it? It wasn't. It was definitely not HDMI. What was the output on that? Yeah. Yeah, it was just the standard. Yeah, okay. AV cable. Standards AV for Xbox. RCA. It was an RCA cable. What'd I say? RCB. I'm an idiot. So I could get one of those. That's not a problem. But now I'd have to get a original converter for Xbox. Okay, here we go. Xbox to HDMI converter adapter, original Xbox console. Boom, baby. God, they have everything. We have everything in this world. So yeah, I could easily plug that into my capture card and I could stream. I'm doing it. I'm about to commit. If we can't get the emulation to work to it, I might drop some bans just to get some of these old games going on stream. That might be the move. That might be the move. And we got the moves. We got the moves. Like, for cure. Yeah. Shit, now I gotta look up the price. Let's see if I can find those games. Let's see if I can find... What happened? Yeah. It's the 2 thrones, not the 2 princes. I'm a fucking idiot. The only emulator you should have issues with is PlayStation. Well, that's probably why I would do an Xbox emulator anyway, if those are easier. Oh my god, these games! Oh my god, these games are so sick. I want to buy them. I want to buy them again. Okay, let's see here. We have. Did they sell it as a trilogy? Sands of Time, Spirit, the 2 Thrones. Spirit Warrior was not the name of the second one. It was Warrior Within. Classics. The Sands of Time trilogy 3D PS3 game. See, some of these, so they had it released on, they released it on PlayStation 3, it looks like, as a, as a bundle. Pre-owned. God damn. Oh, this is a PC DVD. Well, I don't even have a fucking disk drive. Well, I'm gonna figure it out. Okay, it's just technology. It's just technology, and there's no way we can't figure this out. That is my goal right now in life. Now that I just thought about that, like, is finding out a way to play those 3 games again. Ah, dude, the memories, man. God, fuck. No disk drive. How do you burn your CDs? Exactly, Twid. That's what I'm saying, man. God. And I used to have some banger fucking burnt CDs. I'm just saying, our youth was better. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. Between, like, the 90s was good to grow up in as a kid, okay? But as a teenager, the 2000s, 2000 to 2010 was a decade of fucking pure bliss for me, okay? I can't speak to everybody else's experience, but I'm talking about everything from music to movies to gaming. I felt like was just all fucking top tier, S tier, fucking banger after banger. Mountain Dew, Marlboros, and pizza, and fucking Xbox, and I don't know. It was the best years of my life. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Okay, the 2000s, new metal was fucking happening. Dude, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna get so nostalgic about it. I'm gonna get upset. I'm gonna cry, and then I'm gonna go drink a bunch. And I don't want to do that. So we got to quit talking about it. We gotta let it go. Yeah, the binder of CDs was 10 times heavier than schoolwork, of course, because you had all your best fuck. I'm done. I can't talk about it. Best years ever. Best of all time. Fucking gaming was. I mean, I just feel like every time a new game came out, you picked it up, you played it, you was like, this is the shit. It's fucking good. So many good games. WoW. Fucking classic WoW even started then. Like the best fucking version of the game started right in the middle of the fucking 2000s. It's the best time. It's the best time to be alive, okay? If you weren't alive at that time, and I mean old enough to remember like fucking being alive, it sucks, and I'm sorry, okay? And I hope that you feel that way about, you know, your equivalent, but I doubt it. Because your equivalent would be like the 2010s and the shit that's happening right now, and that's all been pretty fucking butt. The beginning of the 2010s was pretty good, okay? The latter half started to kind of really get really shitty really fast. Yeah, basically what Twid said. If you weren't alive back then, fuck you, okay? Because you missed out. It's not your fault, but fuck you. You missed out. You missed out on some of the best times to be alive, period, double exclamation point. Everything from the music to the movies to the video games to fucking Pizza Hut had a buffet, and I don't feel like they do that anymore. Good fucking times, dog. It's like, I know, and I know people were like the 90s, but the 90s though, and they're not wrong. The 90s was also pretty fucking peak in a lot of ways, but I think what I think about the 2000s that really makes it badass is that the internet was starting to figure out what it was, and it was before it got taken over by like bots and chronically online morons and like just trolls and shit like that. Like early internet was like full of people that were just excited to be there, and they're like, this is so cool, I can talk to all these people and I can play these games and do these things, and this is badass. Now the internet is just this thing that's always been there for most people, and they're just like, yeah, you guys didn't have TikTok when you were a kid? No, we didn't, and we were fucking better for it. YouTube didn't used to even have fucking ads when we were a kid, okay? Do you remember the original YouTube fucking main menu? Totally different. Do you remember fucking Ask Jeeves? Yeah, there was no keyboard warriors. We all chicken pecked. Hard to talk shit when it takes 10 minutes. Exactly. Good times, man. It was when the internet was just starting out and people were really just figuring it out. That's what made WoW better back then, in my opinion. Like, you can remake Classic as many times as you want, but you're never going to rebuild that original community of people. because there wasn't as much competition for people's attention online. Okay, you've got games out there now. A lot of people are online. Everybody's online, and there's so many different options and games out there that people are playing. But back in the day, I mean, you had a few options, but like the fact that WoW was pulling in X amount of millions of subscriptions for a game that came out in 2004, 2005, Interesting. Okay. So motive mix is what crashed, and that's why the game fucking took a shit. Wild. That happens. What are you gonna do? I mean, sometimes... Well, we had a pretty good stream up until it crashed out on me, and then... I don't know what happened. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Probably gonna finish it up here in a minute anyway. This one might get us all the way there. We'll see. Depends on if we win. It doesn't look like we're going to. Cause no, they should. They're probably killing Drekthar right now. So I would say that we are shit out of luck. We forced them to turtle while they're ahead on resources. That's true. We did force them to turtle while they were ahead on resources, but... Bold move. It is a bold move, but at this point, we just have to overwhelm them. If we can take the towers, doesn't matter. That's it. Yeah. Okay. That's kind of what I thought was happening there. But... Okay. It's not going to be enough. We have to do one more, I think. I think we're going to have to do Uno Mash. Uno Mash. Uno Mash. Uno Mash. Now we can go over here and find... I don't want it to be on shopping. It's not what I wanted. No, the fuck they're not. Are they fucking lying to me right now? Don't fucking lie to me. Don't fucking lie to me right now. Holy shit, they are on here. You ain't play them on my PC? I don't have to emulate shit. They're here. Am I retarded? Alright, fucking buying all of them, probably. They're $10 a piece. I was making a big stink over having to do all this stuff to play them on stream. They're literally on Steam. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just... But oh, the franchise bundle. Oh, that's $100 for all of them. I don't want that. I just want those 3. Yeah, sorry, big dog. Not going to do that. I'll do $30. I'll do $30 for ones I actually want to play as opposed to $100 for ones I'm so not interested in playing. Oh, yeah. And then we just need the 2 thrones. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we'll get those eventually. Not a big deal. I don't know why the hell I was making that way more difficult than it needed to be. I made that way harder than it had to be. All right. This should be the last one that we need to get our weapons. Should be. I guess it depends on how much honor we're able to get. Okay. It's actually a good plan. Dude's just like, hey, if you have 100% speed mount, go north and south. 60%, just do the towers and the boss. It's actually a really good way to split the group up. Assuming that you have a reasonable amount of people that have the 100% mount versus the 60% mount. Like, obviously, if 90% of your group doesn't have 100% mounts or vice versa, then your split might not be good. But maybe if the split's just naturally, fucking 15 to 25 or whatever, like that would probably work semi-decently, because I only got the 60% mount because I ain't got gold like that yet, but maybe one day. We're working on it. Cool. It has begun. Swole Daddy. That's old Swole Daddy right there. Swole did he. That's old Swole Father. That's the Swole Father. I'm just getting a little too comfortable saying Swole Father, I think. It's probably right, actually. Give or take. User Azalaza. Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. I basically just restarted the stream and it fixed itself, but it was just having a whole bunch of dropped frames for whatever reason, lagged out pretty good. We got her fixed though. We're good. But in the time that you were gone, I discovered things. I don't have to emulate anything for those old Prince of Persia games. They're all on Steam. All of them. They're $10 a pop. So for $30, I can get all 3 of them. They're on Steam. No emulation required. Like, perfectly ready to rock and roll. Good to go. I just put them in my cart. I haven't bought them yet because I'm streaming, but I put them in the cart. Yeah, they're on Steam, ready to go. You can actually buy every Prince of Persia game ever made for like $100. It's like 9 or 10 games. I don't care for the other ones. Don't want them. I just want the original trilogy that I want to play. Then they're $10 a pop. So I popped them in the old cart. I'll actually need to look on Steam and see if there's other fucking banger ass games like that out there that's just living and I didn't know that you could play them. Because if that game's there, then maybe. What if like old Mortal Kombat games are on there? I'm probably not going to get that fucking lucky, but what if I did? Let's just see what happens. There's some shit. Mortal Kombat. What's the Legacy Collection? Oh, that must just be like the older games. Oh, I see. The Legacy Collection's literally the Legacy Collection. I guess it looks like it's a couple of the older games. It's just like the arcade versions of the game. That's kind of cool, to be honest. I was more or less looking for the ones I was talking about a little bit earlier, like Deadly, what was it, Deception, and then Deadly Alliance, and those like that. Those would have been really cool to play again. Those I may have to get a emulator for. But yeah, the Prince of Persias are all in Steam. Who'd have thunk it, man? That's pretty badass. I'm actually pretty pumped about that. So yeah, I'll probably be doing some Prince of Persia streams. I'm gonna do a special Prince of Persia like weekend stream or some shit like that. I don't know. I'll fucking schedule it and put it in the Discord and put everything out there. We're just gonna play the Prince of Persias, man. I think that'd be fucking sick. I think that would be sick. I think we owe it to people to play those games. And I might be absolute fucking buns at them, okay? I used to be good at them, but we're talking about playing a game that I haven't played in 20 years. 20 fucking years since I've played those games. If you want to know how long I be knowing Blee, me and Blee used to play those games together. So I have known Blee for 20 years at least. But we used to play those games together. That was like a game we would, like, he'd either come to my place or I'd go to his place and we'd stay up playing those. That and Kingdom Hearts. Somebody kill the bear. What are we doing? Oh my God. Well, I just got too many, man. There's just too many of them. One apiece. Anybody. Well, he's just going to heal the fucking warrior. That's not fair. No. That was a bad one. Thank gosh we can go get our fucking axes now and I can quit doing AV. Ugh. Yuck. Let's go get our shit, bro. We'll go get our axes and then we're probably going to end stream because that's about 2 hours. Y'all know how I am. 2 hours is about where I cut it. Which makes for a good stream, I think. We're going to go get our PvP axes so we can dual wield. And that's going to be good for tonight. But I'm going to be doing some research over here, trying to figure out how to play all these old games I want to play. I suddenly just got hit with this like wave of like, I must play all these games that have given me nostalgia. I got to play them again. I got to get in there and I got to play these games. And if I'm going to do it, I might as well do it on stream so that you all can be on the journey with me. But I want to play some of the old Mortal Kombat games like Deadly Alliance and Deception and Armageddon. I want to play Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, and War Within, and the Two Thrones. Like I want to do all that. I want to do it on stream. And so fucking we're going to, because this is America. Don't catch you slipping up. This is America. Don't catch you slipping up. shit, yeah. All right, which one? This guy. Who's this guy? Weapons Quartermaster. So, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm about to be. It's gonna be somebody's ass, mamma jamma. We're gonna buy not one, but two of those. Da fucking boo. All right, we gotta go respec. Gotta go respec for sure. And then we're gonna be fucking slapping. We're gonna be slapping cheeks, bro. Slapping little cheeks, bro. Doing some little cheek slaps. Little cheeky. Alright. Ooh. Little smoochy. Yeah. Fucking hell, bro. Fuck yeah. Okay. Shaman.
To the horde.
Unlearn my talents.
Strength.
Jesus Christ, that's offensive. Okay. All right, now we know. Hit me with it. Hit me with it. Ba. 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 All right. We need to respec, which is what we're going to do. All right, we're going. Ba. It's very nice. No. Spirit weapons. Mental quickness. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What up, Dashed? Mm-hmm. All right, that's all we got for now. You're good, brother. You're good. You're all good, man. We are about to close this one out tonight. But I appreciate you as always for being here, bro. I appreciate you as always for being here. Always glad when you guys make it in to support the streams. It means a lot. I see Nightbot couldn't even let it go. He couldn't even let it go. Thank you, Twid. You gotta put Nightbot in his place sometimes, man. He's tough. He's a tough one. He's a tough one, that's for sure. But yeah, so just for a second here, we'll take a look over here at the. I don't think that I'm going to be able to find any of those older Mortal Kombat games for obvious reasons. Yeah, I mean, those games aren't going to be on there, but that's okay. That's okay. You can't find them all. The fact that I found the Prince of Persia games, that's pretty badass. As far as finding some of those other ones, like Siphon Filter and those were some, yeah, probably going to have an emulator for those, but that's okay. That's okay. No reason on this one. He had it right, but fuck no. Oh, shit. Well, I appreciate you guys, Twid, Dash. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. All the people over on TikTok, thank you so much. A couple of you guys over there on YouTube, thanks for hanging out tonight. Sorry we had the technical issues that we had, but sometimes shit happens, it's part of the deal. But we'll catch you guys later. We'll be back tomorrow night, and I don't know when, but we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this Prince. We're gonna get these Prince of Persia streams lined out, and it's happening. That's got to happen. We gotta make that happen for sure. So appreciate it, Twid. Thank you. We'll catch you later, brother.